Hi there, welcome back to my channel. In 2026, web design is no longer just about looking good. Designers and agencies are expected to ship fast, build responsive and engaging experience, and deliver the size client can easily manage. In today's video, I will show you why Wix Studio has become my go-to web design tools and how I use it as a professional designer. Before I jump in, I share everything about design and tech on my YouTube channel. If you're interested in this type of content, please hit the subscribe so you won't miss any of my future content. First, let's start with templates. Some designers love templates while the others hate it. To me, what makes Wix Studio templates different is these templates are built like a real design system and its ability for advanced customization. There is a huge variety of different type of templates you can start with, and you can pick by landing page, portfolio, e-commerce website to easily narrow down to the specific type of template you're interested on. In my case, I'm looking to create an e-commerce website for a home goods store. So I'm going to narrow it down by clicking e-commerce. And you will see that there is a range of different designs with different style. So for example, this one, Reclaim, is actually a template for home goods store. It has a very clean and modern look. And as I scroll, you will see there are different sections for different categories of the product, new in. And I love this kind of transition. As I scroll, it enters this huge hero image that highlight the holiday gift card. And another side I love about those templates are they're very responsive. For example, you can switch them from desktop to tablet to mobile design and adjust them further from there, where the template itself has already been optimized for different device types. So with those templates, you get the fully responsive layouts, the smart breakpoints, and the built-in micro interactions. So instead of starting from scratch, nowadays I typically start with a structure that already impressed the clients and customize from there. I recently built this e-commerce site using Wix Studio's native solutions for a home goods store. So it starts with a fun, engaging hero image and move into new arrivals, the product being featured, and followed by our product categories from furnitures, beddings to lightings. And this is where it really stops being just a website builder, but actually start become a business tool that allows designers to create a fully functioning e-commerce website by managing product categories easily and also payment and checkout flows. So let me show you how I built it. So first of all, while I was browsing different templates, this one really caught my eye. Even though this was for a food shop, I really like the fresh look. So I'm going to start from here and click on Edit Template. There we go. So now we are in the editor mode. You can set up the different device breakpoints as you want. For now, I'm just going to keep them as default. So first of all, I'm going to take a pass to adjust the content here to fit for a home goods store. If you want to make edit for any text element, you can just select the text and edit from there. I'm going to put sustainable, low impact living here. So now that we have the headline adjusted, how do we make change for those vector art? What I want is to replace those vector art with some home decor elements like furnitures or a lamp. What you can do is just select an element, click on change vector art. I want to find the illustration for a sofa. There we go. Kind of like this one. So let's see how it looks like. I'm going to select and click on add to page. There we go. I think the illustration looks fine, but the color is a little bit too much contrast. We can open the inspector here, and you will see a section under design called fill colors. And it shows the existing colors that you can just easily swap to other colors as you wish. Okay, I think this matched the subtle look that I was looking for. And I also wanted to add a little bit of a tilt. So let's take a look at the section called adjust, where you can adjust the opacity or the angle of the image. So I'm going to put 5 degrees. Perfect. That looks good to me. So from here, you can update the other illustrations in the same way. I just got all the illustrations updated. Let's take a look. This is the hero section of my landing page for the home decor store. And you will notice that as my mouse move around, only if it enters the area of the illustration, it started to become clear. As I move away, it'll start to blur and change it to a different angle. So one of the biggest shifts in 2026 is animation is no longer optional. With Wix Studio, there are so many built-in animation tools that you can easily create a scroll-based effects, add hover micro interactions, control the timing and animation curve without writing a single line of code. So let me show you how to do it. So let's go back to the editor mode. Select the vector file for the sofa. Let's open the inspector. You will notice that there are 3 different icons on the top, the little paintbrush for design, and this little lightning icon for animations and effects. And the last one is for content. So for now, just go ahead and click on this icon for animations and effect. You will notice that there are a range of different animations, movement that you can add for different elements. And this specific animation is called mouse effects, which means as your mouse move around, there will be some type of animations happening to the image. The current animation we have is called obscure on self. So once you open that, you will see that there are different type of animations you can apply. Those are all specifically for mouse effects that require a mouse cursor, so they won't play on touchscreen devices. For obscure, you will see that this little preview is basically bring this element from blurry to clear. To further customize this animation, you can click on Adjust Animation here, and you will see there are many details that allows you to change, for example, the direction of the mouse movement, the blur level, the angle, the scale, distance, and the pointer velocity. It even has this animation curve that you can set up for linear, is out back, or is out. I think this is a huge advantage of starting with an existing template where the animations are already somewhat set up that you can customize or adjust from there. But of course, if you have something specific in your mind that you want to build, you can always start from scratch and try out all those animation effects without writing a single line of code. The next thing I want to share with you is product list. When you build an e-commerce website, how to manage the product category, which you can argue, but probably the core of an e-commerce website. Let's take a look at the homepage. From here, there's this button for shop products. Once I click onto that, it goes into this product category page. For a client that running a business selling home goods, how do you manage the product list? In the traditional way, you'd have to manually update any of those listings, update the image, and change the product descriptions, which takes a lot of time. With Wix Studio, you can create custom e-commerce sites more efficiently with those native solutions integrated at every touchpoint, such as storefront, payment, and more. So let's take a look at how we do it. So here, if you select any of the product, it will pop up those buttons, and you can go ahead and click on Manage Products. And here you will see on the left side, this is where you can set up your business, manage your products, inventory, and manage your business all in one place. So for example, if I want to add any new product, you can just go ahead and click on this button that says New Product. From there, you can select whether it's a physical product, digital file, or print on demand. Another option is just to select one of the existing product in the category, tap on the 3 dot, and duplicate. In this way, it's going to basically carry over all the information from your existing product where you can update for the new product you want to add. So say that I want to add a new product for table lamp, I can just go ahead and click on this plus button to add an image or video. You can select the image you have or search from the image base. So once you have your image selected, just click on Add to Page. And you can now remove the original image. And this new image just automatically becomes default cover image. You can adjust the product information. And in this product description area, I love the features here called Generate AI Text. Once you click on that, in addition to the product name, you can add anything that you want the customer to know, basically anything you want to highlight about this product, and click on Create Text. There we go. Within a few seconds, it generated this paragraph of product description. So if you're happy with the text, you can just click on Use Text, and it's just going to transfer the text over here into the description area. From there, you can further add the pricing of the product. You can even turn on Track Inventory so that you can track the status with the individual product SKU. You can even set up pre-order options if you want to put a product on website before it's released. Once you're done with that, just click on Save. The product is added here. So from here, you can make more adjustment to set up the product category. So to do that, you can just select any product and click on Manage Products. You will see that on the left side there is the menu called Categories. And this is where you can set up the different type of categories. For example, I want to have furniture, beddings, lighting, decor, and you can easily manage this by clicking into this category. So for example, enter furniture. From here, you can easily edit which product that you want to show in this category. And there we go. Now we have all the furnitures added here. I'm going to click on Save. And now if we look at the product category page and click on furniture, it's going to reflect the change of the edit we just made to show only furnitures on this page. If you wanted to move around or adjust the position of any of those products, instead of manually move things around and try to make sure things are well aligned in Wix Studio, to manage the position, you can click on Manage Products. To move things around, all you need to do is click on it and drag around. And this is gonna change the product sequence. Once you're ready, just click on Save, and there we go. It adjusts the product position instantly. And because of this systematic approach, client can easily add new product, remove old products. It helps designers or agencies a lot. Once you hand off your sites, your client can easily manage the product listing without having a chance to mess up the site. So the next thing I want to share with you is the Figma to Wix Studio plugin. As a UX designer, Figma is still kind of my day-to-day design tool. Say that I prefer to make the web design in Figma. How do I transfer that into Wix Studio? Let me show you how to do that. So say that I have my product page here built in the Figma file. To export that to Wix Studio, there are a few steps. First, you need to install the plugin. So let's go ahead, click on Plugin. And from here, if you don't have Figma to Wix Studio installed, you can click on Manage Plugins and just search Figma to Wix Studio. There we go. It's going to pop up this window to set up the export. So to do that, we need to copy the Figma URL of this page and paste into Wix Studio. From Wix Studio, first of all, I'm going to just start with a blank page, and then you can go ahead and click on this drop-down menu where you will see Tools, and then select Import from Figma. And here, let's paste the link we just got from Figma and click on Connect. So once you're done with pasting the link in Wix Studio, you can go ahead and click on Next. And from here, click on Start Export. And the first step recommended is always to export the styles. So I'm going to select on that. And here you need to select the frame you want to import, then export style. Next thing, I'm going to go back and click on export frame. So here, if you have multiple frames, all you need to do is to select the specific frame that you want to import and click on export frame. Here, a quick reminder, to make sure your export from Figma to Wix Studio is seamless, we need to make sure the screen size here is matching the design in our Figma file. So I'm going to click on here, update the number from 1280 to 1440, and click Apply. And you will see here the frame I want to export from Figma to Wix Studio is already showing in this preview little window. So we just need to click Add to Site. There we go. As you see here, everything that I have in my Figma file has been exported to the Wix Studio. It keeps all the categories, the image, font, spacing, as well as the layout structure, the design style. I find this is super helpful with this plugin tool. If you prefer to build your design in Figma, you're not looking at a scenario to rebuild everything from scratch on Wix Studio. All you need to do is install the plugin and export your file into Wix Studio. And that alone saves hours per project. The last thing I want to share with you is the client-ready publishing system. And I think this is the most underrated part. So once you have the website ready, all you need to do is click on this publish button. So here you can enter your domain, click save and continue. And there we go. Your site is published and live online. And there we go. This is a live, fully functioning website for my home goods store called Liba Logic that has all the product we just created, a very fun and engaging experience overall. In addition, you can always set up your CMS collection for dynamic content. So CMS is basically the content management system that can help you store content in collections, display them dynamically. You can use that to collect info using custom forms and work easily with your collaborators. You can click Start Now to start setting up the CMS. You can start with a preset or start by adding content, and basically from there you will be able to manage the content and show it in dynamic pages and elements across your site. I'm not going to dive too deep here in this area. If this is something you're interested, leave me a comment. I'll be happy to walk you through the details in my future videos. To summarize, what makes Wix Studio stand out to me is really the design-forward templates, the native business solutions, no-code animation, the Figma compatibility, and a client-ready publishing system. If you're a designer, freelancer, or agency building modern website, I highly recommend you to take a look at Wix Studio. This is something absolutely worth exploring. That is all I have for today. If you have any questions or thoughts, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I will see you next time. Bye.